by Justin Parkinson, BBC News. Hello. Here's your morning briefing image. Copyright Getty Images. U.S. diplomacy over North Korea gaining results. As Defense Secretary James Mattis has said, America still hopes to solve the North Korea crisis using diplomacy, adding that discussions are already gaining results. Following several days of escalating rhetoric on both sides, he also declared that war between the two countries would be catastrophic. On Thursday, President Donald Trump warned North Korea that even thinking about attacking the U.S. Pacific territory of Guam could bring dire consequences, and that the East Asian country should be very, very nervous. Meanwhile, Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has said his country is prepared to join a war against North Korea if the U.S. is targeted. But North Korea has dismissed Mr. Trump's comments as nonsense. Analysis: Trump's nuclear fixation by Anthony Zerker. North America reported Donald Trump has displayed a keen interest in the utility of atomic weapons for decades. It's part of a political worldview that has long since solidified into firm beliefs for the septuagenarian. His thoughts on trade have been influenced by the American industrial might of the post-World War II era. His demographic views of the nation hark back to an ethnic homogeneity that has long since vanished. And his thoughts on atomic weaponry reflect a certain strain of Cold War arms race enthusiasm and diplomatic brinkmanship. Read the full article. Grenfell money not getting to survivors. The Charity Commission says only £2.8 million, less than 15% of the £18.9 million raised for survivors of the Grenfell Tower fire has reached them. It blames initial difficulties contacting those affected, while others have yet to come forward. Yvette Williams of the Justice for Grenfell Group said the process of distributing the money had definitely not been fast enough. Get our morning briefing direct to your inbox each weekday. Abattoirs to get compulsory CCTV. The government is promising to improve the welfare of animals in slaughterhouses in England by making the installation of CCTV mandatory. Food Standards Agency vets will be able to ask to see footage of all areas where livestock are held, with businesses facing prosecution or losing staff licenses if standards are poor. The Welsh Government is considering making the same move. How bad will your holiday delay be? BBC News analysis has found that passengers using Gatwick have suffered the longest delays on summer getaways from major UK airports. But how likely are you going to have to hang around waiting for your flight over the holidays? Check out our airline by airline calculator. Would the papers say there's much front-page coverage of the Food Standards Agency increasing its estimate from 21,000 to 700,000 of the number of contaminated eggs from the Netherlands that have entered the UK? The Daily Mail and Metro both managed to get the word scramble into their headlines. Meanwhile, the Daily Mirror reports that UK planes could be sent to spy on potential nuclear weapon sites in North Korea. And finally, The Sun leads on the story of Rocky the African grey parrot, who allegedly helped police catch a burglar by pecking him, leaving behind a bloody clue for them to follow. The paper dubs the unusually forensically aware bird Hercule Parrot. Daily Digest relationship odds: men from poor backgrounds twice as likely to be single in their early 40s. Global temperatures. 2016 was hottest year on record, says U.S. genocide transplant research. GM pigs take step to being organ donor. 7 days quiz: who was snapped with a cigarette if you watch One Thing Today as Mexico borders most dangerous tone. If you listen to One Thing Today, Jacques Cousteau and Cinema Few. Read One Thing Today. Italian Highlanders may have Scottish roots. Today's look ahead. 1200 The Forte Bristol International Balloon Fiesta starts, with 130 hot air balloons from around the world taking part. 1945 The Premier League gets underway, as Arsenal play Leicester City at the Emirates Stadium. On this day 1971, Prime Minister Edward Heath steers the British Admiral's Cup team to victory at the helm of his 42-foot yacht, Morning Cloud. From elsewhere, the 23-year-old planning to rid our oceans of plastic independent. Can you really change after turning 25? Vice time traveling with a dictionary. New Yorker Liam Gallagher rescues us from pot boredom. Guardian.